Yeah.
Of all the stuff that needs
Internet willing.
internet willing. The internet stops a mile from our camp. What would it cost them to extend the real internet out here, Randall? $10,000. Well, all the traffic we would give them, hello, send it. 1 mile of fiber optic cable. What's the company? Everybody should call them.
Frontier.
Frontier. Everybody call Frontier. Give DAL the real internet. Yeah, we got sunshine finally. Moonshine's been here a long time. Let's see. Watch our watch our seminar series. 18 hours, $50 for the whole thing. It'll really change your life. Or a series on the future. What on earth is about to happen? Bible tells us what's coming. Okay, comments on comments. Jonathan, is there any cost to camp at Creation Park? Do we need to bring our own food, water? Are there showers, bathrooms available? Jonathan, we are here to be a Christian campground that brings people in for tours to teach creation. We're not here to provide free housing. We're not here to provide a rest home. If you want to come, stay a couple days, take all the tours, great. After that, we're going to say, look, get to work or goodbye. A whole place has been built by people who volunteer to help us work. So yes, you can stay a couple days for free. There are plenty of bathrooms. We provide all the food, utilities, everything, but only for a couple days. After that, help out or move on. Fair enough, isn't it? Okay, let's see. Kat is talking about a different Dave Farina. I'm sorry, you are correct. I messed it up. There are probably many different Dave Farinas. And the Dave Farina I gave the qualifications to, but the PhD in theology was a different Dave, not Professor Dave. So you are correct. I'll try to fix that from now on, okay? The real video Dave has a BA in chemistry and a master's in science education. But he calls himself professor. That was my point. How do you get to be professor? Okay, let's see. Is this a repeat? I heard all this before. No. Val Cry, I have covered some of these topics before. See, truth never changes, okay? 2 + 2 was 4 a long time before I was born. We're still going?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's going to be 4 long after I'm gone. So, yes, this is, Dave did that one video. He said, Professor Dave destroys Kent Hovind, and I did quite a few, I think 3 responses. I'm going to do about 12 more, respond to every single point. He has influenced millions of people to turn away from God. I'm going to try to stop the bleeding on that, okay? Let's see. Kent is a science gent and thinks trilobites lived on Earth at the same time as humans. More cowbell. More cowbell. Listen, yes, everything was created in 6 days. That's what the Bible says. That's what I believe the evidence shows. Let me ask you a question. Have humans and chicken bones fossils been found together? Did you know human and chicken fossils have never been found together? That proves humans did not live with chickens. Think about it. Cowbell. Let's see. Greg, it's not that difficult for anyone to learn scientific or Latin nomenclature. Don't be jealous if you don't know it. Apply yourself and learn it. Well, Greg, I understand. See, my job as a teacher was to try to keep things simple, not to impress people with all the big words I know. I can explain trigonometry to a nine-year-old, okay? The job of a good teacher is to keep it simple, not impress their students, how smart they are, how many big words they learn. Let's see. How long does it take to become fluent in Mandarin? Well, let's see. According to the Foreign Service Institute, it'll take English speakers 88 weeks, 2,200 hours of active learning to reach native bilingual Chinese proficiency. Let's see. Greg, do you speak fluent Mandarin? Why not? Let's see. 10 most obscure languages in the world. Here's Piraha. Does anybody here speak Piraha? Piraha. How to become fluent in Piraha? I don't want to become fluent in Piraha. Let's see. There's only 360 people in the whole world that speak it. Why haven't you learned that one, Greg? Huh? See, I'm not trying to impress anybody. I speak a little French, a little German, a little Spanish, but basically I try to keep it all simple and English. No, I don't want to learn all the scientific words. Let's see. Why on earth would I call it a Onetheragigas? Hey, honey, I brought you a bouquet of Onetheragigas. It's a flower, a primrose, okay? How about the Galapsis tetrahete? It's a hemp, okay? Let's see. What did I call it? I just call it the fern. How many know what a fern is? Okay, let's see. How about a minimalus gutatus? Honey, look at the pretty minimus gutatus I bought you. It's a flower. Gee whiz. Erosta solidigenus. It's a fly, okay? Just fly. It's all you need, fly. You guys want it, you think you're smart. I can probably figure out the scientific nomenclature if I needed to. I know the concept behind it. They use the Latin words so that everybody in the world is talking about the same creature because they all go to Latin. Well, I'm not talking to anybody in France or Germany or Parahira about the fly, so I just call it a fly. Man, okay. We'll say that better than 50% of what Dave says is opinion over science. Rocky. Well, now, Rocky, Dave, he is an excellent teacher and very knowledgeable on many topics, no question. He's a really good teacher. He's totally wrong about evolution. He's been completely brainwashed to believing he came from a rock, but otherwise, he teaches good stuff. So no, he's a great teacher. I wouldn't say 50%. It depends on what topic you're talking about. When he's talking about evolution, I think it's all baloney. It's all hocus pocus. He's talking about trigonometry, algebra, he's really good. No question, no argument there. Okay, let's see. Who is Larry Nelson? Who is Larry Nelson? Let's see. Kent's nemesis. I'm not the least bit scared of Larry Nelson or whatever his name is, okay? I've offered to debate him many times. His name's on the list at Standing for Truth. He won't debate me there because he loves to interrupt. He can't shut up when it's not his turn to talk. His mama didn't smack him when he was little, okay? Isn't Larry Nelson the real name for Ra? Let's see. Mr. Ra, legal name is Aaron Ra. Well, Kenny, do you understand what that means? Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to assume you're referring to Aaron Ra. Aaron Ra has responded he does not know anyone named Larry Nelson. The closest anyone can find to his previous name is L. Nelson. It's L. Aaron Nelson was his name. He didn't tell anybody his first name. By the way, mine is Kent E. Hovind, and I don't have a middle name. My mom and dad decided to give all of us boys just the middle letter E. Stands for nothing. Just E. Kent E. Hovind. So L. Aaron Nelson. What's the L stand for? I don't know. It doesn't matter to me that much. Let's see. I'm not the one using the name, but I believe Kent has stated before his real name is Larry Nelson. Well, it's L. Aaron Nelson. I just call him Larry Nelson. I don't know what it is either. Let's see. There's all kinds of names. Oh, I forgot to make this one. Names that start with, his legal name is Aaron Ra. Well, it starts with an L. Maybe his real name is Lindsay, Lily, Lana, Leo, Lalena, Lalani, Luca. Ra, the history and legacy of the ancient Egyptian god of the sun. He chose that name Ra because he thinks he's a god of the sun. Mr. Nelson, sun is bright. Maybe Luna would be best, okay? Instead of the L, since I don't know that it's Lefty, we'll just call him Lunatic Nelson, okay? He believes he came from a rock. He thinks he's a sun. You can see the similarity in the face. Not the rectus abdominis, though. How much does it cost? Legally change your name? Well, you need 2 proofs of residence, such as the lease and a utility bill, photo identification, like a driver's license, birth certificate, depending on the county, about 25 to 95 bucks. So Larry says, lunatic says he legally changed his name. Maybe he did. What's it cost to change your name? What fees are involved to change your name? Name costs anywhere from $100 to $500, depending upon your state. Okay, usually typically less than 100 bucks. So Lunatic Nelson went down and paid 50 bucks and got his name changed to Aaron Ra. Okay, Bill Nye calls himself the science guy. He got a BS in mechanical engineering from Cornell University. Is that a science guy with mechanical engineering? My dad was electrical engineer. My oldest brother was mechanical engineer. What does that mean? Is that a science guy? He got it from influenced by Carl Sagan. Let's see. BS, we all know what that is. Then you get MS, that's more of the same. Then you get a PhD, that's piled higher and deeper. That's what some of you guys have. Okay. Welcome to Whacking Atheist with Dr. Kent, the science gent. Hey, look at that. I'm going to go pay 25 bucks and change my name legally to Dr. Kent, the science gent. Would you guys call me that then? You want me to call Mr. Nelson Aaron Ra, the sun god? Let's see, ma'am, I'd like to officially change my name. The county clerk's office. Okay, it's 45 bucks. What's your current name? Mary Pooh. Oh my, I see. What would you like to change it to, Mary? Susie. Susie Pile of Pooh. That's a joke. You're supposed to be laughing now. Never mind. Okay, let's see. Carl Sagan influenced Bill Nye, the science guy. What's Carl Sagan famous for saying? It's the responsibility of scientists never to suppress knowledge. Okay, guys, why are you suppressing all the evidence for creation and design and young Earth? I'm just burning up. I think we'd all agree with that. That puts a time limit, doesn't it? How old it can be? The moon's moving away. That puts a time limit. The oceans are getting saltier. Puts a time limit. The human population is growing. Watch my video number 1. I cover 30 different indicators. This are not billions of years old. Why do you suppress that knowledge if you're a scientist? Let's see. By the way, there's Carl Sagan just before he died. It's appointed unto man once to die. After this, the judgment. He died in 1996. By the way, he was divorced a couple of times. You guys don't mention that, do you? Your name here. Someday you're going to die. Every one of you. Me too. I'm going to try to make it the last thing I do, but it's going to happen. Then what? Where are you going? The judgment. I want to stand before God and say, Lord, I tried to reach these morons who believe they came from a rock. I tried, Lord. Back to the question. Thank you, Dr. Kent. Keep doing what you're doing. You're strengthening. God bless. It's very strengthening. God bless from India. Well, thank you. Megharasha. I don't want to try to learn Indian. Okay. I do know just a little of the Indian language. How? Okay. Thank you. Will do. 2 Corinthians. Hey, Kent, quick question about your prison time. I've done some time in my younger years and had a lot of trouble and fights in jail. You make your prison time seem like it was easy dealing with the prisoners and guards. Did you have any physical trouble? Were you ever humanly scared or threatened? Who on earth would threaten me? I know karate, judo, taekwondo, and 7 more Japanese words. Toyota, Honda, Mitsubishi, Kawasaki. Nobody would get me. Well, first of all, the federal prison is a lot different than the county jail. However, they moved me 32 times, and I was in county jail a bunch. Randy was in there with me for 9 months. Was there fights once in a while in the county jail? Oh, yeah. I can handle them, no problem, okay? One guy was threatening me, and I said, listen carefully. I need to warn you, I would bust you in half, but I don't want you running around. Okay. That was beautiful. Thank you. Let's see. Why don't we see healing now like people with Asperger's, Downs, mental health, etc.? Well, Hovind theory. I cover this on video number 7 of my series, what on earth's about to happen. I think when I talk about speaking in tongues, okay? God gave the New Testament church the ability to do some amazing things. He said you'll be able to speak with, heal the sick, raise the dead. He listed 7 things they could do. The purpose of those signs was because that was a transition time, because the New Testament church did not have a New Testament. It hadn't been written yet. So when they came to town and said, hey, we're preaching the gospel, Jesus Christ is the new gospel. Prove it. Oh yeah, hey, dead guy, get up. Oh, okay. These guys, they needed the signs for the transition time. I think the signs ceased when the New Testament was finished. Okay? So those who are claim they're speaking in gibber jabbering, etc., they raise the dead. Why don't they walk in and clear out the hospital? Of all the signs Jesus gave, speaking in tongues is the easiest one to fake. So I don't fight people who claim they can do that, but I don't think the signs are for now. I think God can do that, and God can heal, and he probably has thousands, millions of times since then. He can heal miraculously, and I'm sure he has, and many people share their testimony. He healed me. Great, wonderful. But as far as it being like it was in the New Testament times, I don't think so. Okay. The more thoroughly I conduct scientific research, the more I believe that science excludes theism. I agree, Lord Calvin. He lived in the 1800s. Scientists know better now, 200 years later. Okay. Hyla herpes. Listen, I think you're mistaken. All right? They don't know any better now. It's worse now. They're dumber. Now they think they came from a rock. I'm sorry, rocks. I got them right here. Slipher. Since every creation is unique and reproduction clearly an integral part of creation, nothing about variation of life would prove we came from a rock billions of years ago, which came from a dot of nothing exploding. That's what I've been doing. Tomorrow night, more on make babies. So far, you atheists have not answered one of the questions I asked. How did this evolve? How did the watermelons evolve the seed? One watermelon seed could, in 4 or 5 seasons, cover the planet with watermelons. Where's this information coming from? Who wrote the code? See, this is more than just ink on paper. This is conveying information. The DNA code is more than just molecule, CATG. No, it's information. You guys don't get it. I understand. Okay. Not a whole. No one claims we came from a rock. Anyone saying that is clueless about abiogenesis or lying about it. Human, listen. I showed many times on here, right from your textbooks, you do believe the Big Bang happened 17.772 or 14.772 billion years ago, and the Earth cooled down a hot ball of rock, and it rained on the rocks and turned them into soup, and the soup came alive. How many times have I showed that? Right from their material. Many times. Go back. Yes, you do believe you came from rock. Stop claiming. Now, if you're embarrassed to admit it, I would be too. Okay? Not a human. Why don't you become one? Let's see. Just like no one says there was an explosion, or they call it a rapid expansion. They say a dot, a billionth of a billionth of a billionth, the size of a proton. That's tiny. Expanded in a billionth of a billionth of a billionth of a second. That's fast. To be 56 billion light years across. Bigger than 14.7. So the material, the matter, traveled many times faster than the speed of light. It's one of the dumbest religions in the world. Yes, you do teach that. I'm sorry, okay? If creationists were right, they could be more honest and less ignorant. Well, not a human. Listen, if you think you're right and I'm wrong, if I'm ignorant and don't have any accredited degrees, call Standing for Truth, schedule a debate. I'll take you on anytime. I don't even know who you are. Doesn't matter. You're wrong. I'm right. Simple. Okay? Call them. So you deny your own religion. Slipher, yes, he's denying his own. Their religion does teach nothing exploded and came to everything, and we came from a rock. That is what it teaches. Watch my videos carefully. Okay, let's see. I missed the non sequitur hour again. Let's see. Jade, why have you blocked apologia now, Kent? Can't handle being proven wrong? Well, Jade, we have several people that monitor our channel to help us get rid of idiots, okay? You know, you have to work to plant a garden. The weeds just grow automatically, okay? If Pelagia thinks I'm wrong, he should schedule another debate. Bring it on, Pelagia, and show your real face this time, not the cartoon character with the added muscles and the square jaw. I'll take you on, and all your friends, and you know it. One topic at a time, you go first, give me the best evidence for evolution. But you want to hog my channel to get people to watch your channel. You got your own channel. I don't know who banned him, I didn't. But if somebody did, that's fine with me, okay? He'll come back under a false name like some of you idiots do. How many times? Some people come back over and over, don't they? Make a new account? What's the most anybody's got, you think? The one guy had how many accounts? 12 different accounts?
Yeah, almost the same name, but
Yeah, modify the name a little bit. Just face me on a debate. Okay, come on, give me the best evidence. I'll debate him at any time. Call Standing for Truth, okay? Dorito. Unblock him and let him say his piece. Why are you scared to talk people out Standing for Truth? Dorito, I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. I'm real busy, okay, like real busy. I got plenty to do. I try to schedule times to have debates. I got 3 more coming up this month, okay? I think I've had plenty. How many of you had? Well, 309 for me so far, and I'm offering to debate anybody. But I don't want to have to take all my days sitting at the typewriter, typing out with my hunt and peck style, an answer to every time they bring up a question, when I've covered nearly all of it in my seminar series. So if you, Dorito, or Apologetics would like to debate me, please. Standing for Truth offers a good platform. They keep time even. They don't allow interrupting. You can't handle that, can you? I shut up when it's their time to talk. Could you imagine Wesley having such weak beliefs that one preacher of absolute facts gets in made up trouble, and you rejoice over it? Yeah, they make up the idea that I got in trouble, and then they rejoice over that. Gooby. I think it's more comedic when preachers get in real trouble like Kent did, and his followers blindly believe that he's innocent, because to discredit him is to discredit his preaching. Gooby, watch KentHovind.net if you're talking about my first case. I didn't do anything wrong. 6 million Jews went to Hitler's prisons, didn't do anything wrong. I did not break the law. A private organization called the IRS that is subcontracted to the U.S. government. They're not part of the government. They're a private company. They came after me for years, couldn't find anything wrong. The U.S. attorney that did come after me for years finally hung himself for going to have a 7-year-old. Watched the video a couple of weeks ago. I did not break any laws, okay? I did not body slam anybody. We're going to fight that case till I die, okay? Let's see. Wesley, hard to call it real trouble if I know all the facts. Obviously, someone wanted him to stop hurting their feelings and made them look bad, look like a fool. I agree, Wesley. That was what it was about. Shut me up. That's why when they came in, they said, get every DVD number 5 you can find. The dangers of evolution, where we talk about how this theory is the foundation philosophy behind the New World Order folks who want a one-world government. Let's see. Gooby. Now, the government wanted him to stop structuring. Kent's not really known for making fools out of anyone but himself. Well, Gooby, that's easy to type on your typewriter. Why don't you call Standing for Truth? You make a fool of me. Please do. Show me the evidence for evolution. I challenge you. Come on. Come visit Dinosaur Adventureland. We'll give you the tour. I'll put you live right here beside me and we'll have the debate. How's that? Let you have my channel for a while, Gooby. Let's see. Connor, trying to find a reason you prefer the KJV over other Bibles. And why? I want to show a friend on why they should use it other than the NKJV or NIV. That's the non-inspired version. Okay, let's see. I have a presentation I do just on the King James Bible. Why the King James? Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. King James says, in the beginning, God created the heaven, singular. All the rest of them have heavens, plural. You can't even go 7 words in the Bible until there's a difference. Which one's right? Is it heaven or heavens? Well, we covered that on my part 7, question answer, why King James. I'll skip that for now, but why it should be heaven in verse 1, and later it's heavens, okay? So let's see. King James. Why King James? Well, the serpent said to the woman, yea, hath God said, the first words out of the devil's mouth to Adam and Eve was a question to make them try to doubt God's word. He's been doing it ever since, making them doubt the word. The serpent said, ye shall not surely die. Now he's calling God a liar, like you atheists do, okay? God knows in the day you eat thereof, your eyes will be opened, and ye shall be as gods. First thing, make them doubt God's word, deny God's word, and then deify mankind. Eve, you follow me, honey. You get to be God. Oh, that's Carl Pagan's idea. We get to sail around the universe someday and discover new life forms. How's it working for you, Carl? The words of the Lord are pure words. As silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times, thou shalt preserve them. What does the them refer to? We're promising to preserve the words. Duh. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. God promised he would preserve his words. I think he's obligated to. And I think he did, okay? Here's the NIV. The words of the Lord are flawless, like silver purified in a furnace of clay, purified 7 times. O Lord, you will keep us safe and protect us from such people. What people are they? They took away the part about him preserving his word because they just got done changing thousands of them and leaving out 200 verses they didn't like. God promised to preserve his word. Where is it? I would like to hold a copy. Look, if your city passes a law that says the speed limit is, 50 miles an hour or something, they must publish the law, post the law, put up signs. There you go, speed limit 35 or 55, whatever it is, and they have to preserve the law. They have a records office to do this, and they fix damaged signs as quick as they can because they want to give you a ticket if you break the law. So the county and the state and the feds are required to publish it, post it, preserve it. I think God is also. They want to give you a ticket, fix the sign, buddy. That one got knocked down. Traffic court. If you break the clearly posted law, you might be called before a judge. Okay? Then if you break God's clearly posted laws that many have died to preserve and pass on, you'll be called before the judge. God inspired over 40 different men in over 1,500 years on 3 different continents, and he published it, he posted it, and he has preserved it without error. The book by John R. Rice up here, God-breathed book, the Bible, is excellent. Gail Riplinger, I talked to her this morning. She's kind of sick. We need to pray for her. She's getting pretty old. avpublications.com. Go there and order their material. It's fabulous. Authorized version, avpublications.com. You want to really get into why the King James. Okay. All Scripture is given by inspiration of God. The word spire means breathe. Inspire is to breathe in. God breathed his words through those men. Daniel, when he got done writing the book of Daniel, he said, Lord, I don't understand what I wrote. God said, don't worry about it. Put the pen down. You're done. 600 years later, John picks up the pen on the Isle of Patmos and finishes it out, the Revelation. Watch my series on what on earth's about to happen for more on that. So the words of the Lord are pure words, purified 7 times. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord. Thou shalt preserve them. The law of the Lord is perfect. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. See, the Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Forever, O Lord, thy word is settled in heaven. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth. Thou hast founded them forever. Matthew 5. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill. I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, not one jot or one tittle. In English, that would be like a dot or a crossing of a T. Shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. He said, heaven and earth shall pass away. My words shall not pass away. God promised to preserve his words. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word. That's how you grow. First time you read through the Bible, you're going to get about 10% of it and say, wow, that was good. But some of that stuff I don't understand. Next time you read through, you're going to say, wow, I got even more that time. Third time you read through is, oh, wow, I missed that last time. How did I miss? Does anybody else have that experience going through the Bible? How did I miss that last time? Okay, here's what happened. The New Testament was written shortly after the time of Christ, right? An Alexandrian cult on Alexandria, Egypt, arose in 240 AD, and they made their own Bible version, leaving out making 6,000 changes of things they did not like. So within the first 300 years, there are groups both claiming to have the Bible. Let's see. Alexandria down in Egypt, not much good is said about Alexandria. That cult arose 240 AD. They claim to be Christian, okay? There arose certain of the synagogue, which is called the synagogue of the Libertines and Cyrenians and Alexandrians, disputing with Stephen. The first mention of these guys, they're arguing, the first mention of the city, arguing with the real Christians. And they're still arguing with them, okay? So then, a few copies of the Alexandrian Bible, they made their Bible and made copies of it. We make our Bible, make copies of it. Well, they made copies of their Bible, and some of those copies from 100 years ago are still around. Really, really, really old Bibles, okay? So the Catholic Bible, the Douay Confraternity, there's two of them, Douay Confraternity, and anyway, Douay Reims, okay? The Vulgate, or Vulgar, 1582. This is still the official Catholic version, made up in 1582. They made their Catholic Bible off the Alexandrian. So it might be a good translation of a bad book. Westcott and Hort came along in 1875. Everybody was happy with the King James Bible. They got these old Alexandrian manuscripts and made English translation. And many people since then have made more modern versions of the Alexandrian Bible. Let's see, Revised Version, the American Standard, the Revised Standard, the New World Jehovah's Witness translation, the New American Standard, Good News, Amplified, the Living Bible. All of them are good translations of the wrong book. They're translating the Alexandrian manuscript. Westcott and Hort controversy. Professor Anthony Hort, co-worker with Brooke Westcott, created the new Greek text of the NIV and other Bibles. He said, whatever people may say to the contrary, the American empire is a standing menace to the whole civilization of Europe. And sooner or later, one or the other must perish. Surely, if ever Babylon or Rome was rightly cursed, it cannot be wrong to desire and pray for the bottom of the heart for that the American Union be shivered to pieces. Whoa, I don't think he liked America. Here's the NIV. Would somebody read to me verse 37? Louder.
Yeah.
Why is verse 37 gone? Here's the New American Standard Bible. Verse 37 says, see footnote. What? Late manuscripts insert. No. The Alexandrian doesn't have it. So they think because they're the oldest Bible. See, older does not mean better. They got older because nobody used them. I wear out Bibles. Okay? Mine don't last very long. I use them and use them and use them, and they wear out. Buy another one, okay? Here's the Jehovah's Witness translation. Read verse 37 to me. Line. Why don't they like verse 37? Well, verse 36, they came to some water, and the guy said, hey, can I get baptized? Verse 37 says, Philip said, if thou believest with all thine heart, thou mayest. He answered and said, I believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Why did the Alexandrians leave that one out? Well, they believed in baptizing babies like the Catholics do. And you're not a believer if you're a baby. So they took out that verse so it wouldn't confuse people, okay? There's a great book. Sam Gipp did a wonderful one on Understandable Bible. Great books from, let's see, The Real Story of the King James Bible, okay? Older doesn't mean better. My Bibles, I use them till they wear. Get another one. I got them on the shelf up here, okay? Older means older. That's all it means, okay? King James is translated from the Textus Receptus. Over 5,000 of these copies exist. Nearly all the modern translations are from the corrupt Alexandrian manuscript, which includes the Vaticanus and Sinaiticus. Westcott and Hort relied on these for their authority. That's why all the versions say, well, it says in the Greek. Which Greek? Stop them right there. They always want to impress you. Well, it says in the Greek. Well, which Greek? And they'll say the oldest and best manuscript. Oldest, you're reading the Alexandrian. There are more manuscripts of the Bible than any other book ever written. Homer's Iliad only has 643 copies. By 1946, they found 24,000 more manuscripts of the Bible with the Dead Sea Scrolls. And guess what? They backed up the King James. Wow. 40,000 manuscripts. There are 64,000 manuscripts now that support the King James text. The Isaiah scroll, 1,000 years older than the oldest known manuscript, supports the King James text. Great book, New Age Bible version. Kelly, we got that in our bookstore. How much is that one? It's a huge book.
I don't remember off the top of my head because the price has changed.
Yeah, AV Publications. There's their phone number. Call it. Excellent book. Used to be $20 a long time ago, but everything's gone sky high. Okay, there's a book, In Awe of Thy Word, you can get from AV Publications. We used to sell it. I don't know if we still do, but I got to change my prices because everything's gone sky high. Okay. Things that are different are not the same. Mickey Carter, Landmark Baptist. That's where my wife worked for years down there. I saw the book, Things That Are Different Are Not the Same. It took me a while to figure out the title. That's true. Things that are different are not the same. These Bible versions are different. Okay? The guy who did the NIV, NASV, and NASB said, I'm in trouble with the Lord. He said, I was wrong to do what I did to make these. You can read all this for yourself. Hit pause, okay? Let's see. King James versus NIV. I, Jesus, sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the church. I am the root and offspring of David, the bright and morning star. NIV, I'm the bright and morning star. Pretty good, okay? King James. As I will give him the morning star. Okay? NIV will give him the morning star. Good enough? Close translation. Okay? King James, the day star rise in your heart. NIV, the morning star rise in your heart. See, one of Jesus' many names, besides Messiah and Savior and everything else, is the morning star. King James, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? See, in order to get a copyright, they have to change at least 10% of the words. So they're always looking for something to change, even if it's already perfect. NIV, how have you fallen from heaven, O morning star? Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're giving one of Jesus' names to Lucifer, aren't they? That's blasphemy in my book. Morals and Dogma, Albert Pike, a Satan worshiper. Lucifer, the light bearer. Lucifer, the son of the morning. How about King James? Joseph and his mother marveled at the things which were spoken. Okay? NIV, the child's father and mother marveled at what was said about him. What's wrong with that?
God is the Father.
Joseph wasn't his father. It's correct to say Joseph and his mother. Joseph married his mother, and they had more kids after that too, Catholics. 4 more boys, probably 4 more girls too. Okay? Joseph wasn't Jesus' father. Not if you believe the virgin birth. Joseph and his mother. Let's see, English Standard Version. His father and mother marveled. No, throw that book away. Let's see, how about the New Living Translation, NLT? Jesus' parents were amazed. Now that may be tolerable, okay? Joseph and his mother marveled. Let's see, Holman Christian Bible. His father and mother. No, you got it wrong. Let's see, New American Standard. His father and his mother. You guys don't understand the virgin birth or don't believe in it. Jesus' parents. Yeah, pretty close. The wicked shall be turned into hell, King James. NIV, the wicked return to the grave. This makes no sense at all. I think everybody goes to the grave. King James, Abraham said, my son, God will provide himself a lamb. It's got a double meaning. He's standing there about to sacrifice his son, and the son says, Dad, where's the lamb? Here's the fire, here's the wood, where's the lamb? He said, God will provide himself a lamb. Watch that carefully. God himself became the lamb. Jesus Christ was God in the flesh. Here's what the NIV did with it. God himself will provide the lamb. Well, that's true, but that's only half of the double meaning given in the original one, okay? God will provide for himself the lamb. Well, that looks like God sinned. He needs a sacrifice. I don't like that one at all. Worship is removed. There's all kinds of things changed. Just a couple more and we'll quit. There was a battle in Gob, the Philistines. Elhanan, the son of some guy, slew the brother Goliath. You know, David had 5 stones. Goliath had 4 brothers. And when David hit Goliath in the forehead, Goliath said, nothing like that ever entered my mind before. He was pretty tall till David cut his head off. Let's see, NIV. Elhanan, the son of the guy with the big name, killed Goliath. What? Is it possible that he then killed the brother of Goliath? Yeah. Is it possible that he killed Goliath? No. Not possible. Throw that NIV away, okay? Good fire starter. It's getting cold this winter, okay? He killed Goliath. Guys, New American Standard? No. Let's see. This kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. Matthew 17:21. They took 21 out of verse NIV, didn't they? Gone altogether. I got them all right here. You can read the versions. Where's Matthew 18:11 in the NIV? Gone. Where's Matthew 23:14? Skip it. They skip the number and everything. Hope nobody notices. Mark 7:16, gone. Mark 9:44, gone. You can get AV publications. They got a list of all the verses that are missing from the new versions. Okay, where's verse 17? Let's see. Where's verse 37? We covered that one. Judah yet ruleth with God. Judah is unruly against God. I think that's saying the opposite. Judah is unruly against God. Thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. I think that's a blessing. It's going to be good. Your dwelling shall be away from this. That's saying the opposite. Away from the fertility of the earth shall be your dwelling. Man that hath friends must show himself friendly. Clear enough? And a man of many companions may come to ruin. I think that's saying the opposite. Man of many friends comes to ruin. A man with many friends may be harmed. Broad is the gate, straight is the gate, narrow is the way. For the gate is narrow and the way is hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is it hard to go to heaven or just not many find it? Big difference there. Anyway, watch my video number 7 where I cover more of the incredible differences between these new Bible versions. King James, I think, is where God preserved his word. Why do they use the these and the thous? We'll cover that another night. We've gone long enough. Okay? Any questions or comments here? Cody, yes, the Bible dates add up to approximately 6,000 for the age of the earth. Read Genesis 5. It says Adam was 130 when Seth was born, and then he lived 800 more years. And it gives all the dates for how old they were when their son was born and how long they lived. Everything before the flood came, which is right here, all this, the people are living to be 900. After the flood, it picks up down to Joseph in Genesis chapter 11, and it gives all the dates. You add up the numbers, and they know Joseph was the Pharaoh's, and they got the secular date since then. If you put all 2 and 2 together, you're going to see the Bible teaches about 6,000 for the whole history of the world. Yes, correct. Okay? All right, that was my video number 7. Thee, thou, thine. Starts with a Y, it's plural. Very simple. Starts with a T. In the South, we say y'all and all y'all. That's how we tell, singular and plural. Okay? It's easy, Randy. Here's John 3:7, just one example, and we'll quit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, that's the singular form of you. See, if I come into a crowd and say, you come with me, nobody knows what I just said. You, is the you singular or plural? Both. Ye, switched it to plural. Must be born again. Jesus said, Nicodemus, I'm telling you as an individual that everybody's got to be born again. Oh, makes sense in the King James. The man, thou shalt surely die. Let's see. Ye, eat of the fruit. But the other versions have changed it. Jesus said to Nicodemus, I'm telling you that you got to be born again. Okay, well then it doesn't apply to anybody else. Let's see, cults get started that way. All right. Okay, all right. Any more? No more? Thank you so much. Come join us at Dinosaur Adventureland. We're going to go for a walk around the lake, 1 mile, try to beat the 30-minute record. I got to lose a couple too, brother.